How can you find awesome cleaners for your Airbnb and make them stick? We're gonna talk about that right now in this video. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time we drop a new free video. Hey, so I always get this question, how do you find good cleaners and how do you manage good cleaners? And man, I just have so much turnover with my cleaners. And one of the things that I love about this business is that I provide opportunities to our cleaners to create extra streams of income for their family. And because of the way that we treat them, because of the way that we find them, we create immense loyalty with our team. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about how we find our cleaners and how you can do it too. The first way, and really kind of the no-brainer way, is just looking up on Google. You can Google anything in regards to cleaners in your area. So just taking, for example, if you are in Las Vegas, you would look up cleaners, Las Vegas, Airbnb cleaner, Las Vegas, hotel cleaner, Las Vegas, whatever you can think of in terms of just the real estate and short-term rental world of cleaners, you put that into Google and just see what comes up. The ideal thing that you find, the ideal one that you find is not like a Molly Maids or these big companies. You want to find that person who is doing it with maybe their sister and another family member or by themselves. And if you can find that small mom and pop, either small company or just that individual, you've got an opportunity to bring them into your ecosystem and help them grow with you. And that's very attractive to people like that. The next way that most people don't even know about is a tool and website called TurnoverBnB. This was made specifically for the short-term rentals industry, and you can go on there, you can post your listing, and you can get bids from all these different cleaners that are signed up as potential cleaners for your property, and they'll send you, hey, I'll clean this for $100, I'll clean this for $70, and you can kind of start to bid them against each other and see who has the best reviews, who has the best bid, and send them out to your property. We actually have a link to this. So if you go down to the show description below, you can go ahead and click on that and get started with TurnoverBnB. The great part about this is that it's free and you're really only paying credit card processing fees, and that's going to TurnoverBnB. That's how they get paid. The one thing I will say about TurnoverBnB is that most people that I've experienced with TurnoverBnB see this as a short-term fix, and that's kind of how it's been for me. Hey, I need this last-minute cleaning, or hey, I'm going live with my Airbnb and I just need to figure out who that cleaner is going to be. We don't see a lot of loyalty with these people because their name is always listed on TurnoverBnB. They're always getting jobs. So if they don't do a good job with you, well, at least they know they have another job coming up that they can replace that. So for that reason, I don't think it's the best way to go, but it is a short-term fix. Next up, I would post a job listing on something like an Upwork.com. So Upwork is great for us. We post it for free. Don't do the paid one, but post it and ask for that specific person. Be very descriptive. The reason why is because you can post something on Upwork and suddenly have 200 applicants. That's overwhelming. If you get really descriptive and repulse the people that you don't want, but attract the people that you do, and start to get down to the nitty-gritty of what does that job description look like. Hey, you might get a request to clean the night before at 10 p.m. and have to be there at 11 a.m. the next day. Are you gonna be okay with that? You need to do inventory checks. You need to do quality checks. You need to do all these things on top of being a regular cleaner that won't usually be something that you do if it's just a regular cleaning, but as an Airbnb cleaning, here's what it looks like. And the upside is that when we grow, we give you more business, right? So that would be along the lines of the description, just as a 5,000 foot overview, but I would get really descriptive with that. And that ad is just gonna stay there forever. So anytime you have people coming in, even if you have enough cleaners and you get a request, you say, hey, we're gonna put you in our filing system and we're gonna let you know when we do need another cleaner, but that can just be an evergreen post that you always have there. But my number one way that I have found most of our cleaners and have found that these are the most loyal is through my own network. Now, I've done this a few different ways. Yes, going and talking about what I'm doing, and people say, oh, that's interesting, how can I help? And I tell them, hey, I'm always looking for good cleaners, or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for that. And people will say, well, what does it look like to be a cleaner in Airbnb? And I say, well, most of the time, our cleaners are not professional cleaners. They're people who like cleaning and want to make an extra stream of income, income and have flexibility between the hours of 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they'll think about it and they'll say, well, hey, you know, I've got a friend whose kids go to school and she's kind of bored during the day and looking for ways to earn extra money. Great, that's a great person that I might be interested in training to be a cleaner and come into our team. So that's a conversation I might have, or I might just post on my Facebook page and say, hey, I'm looking for extra cleaners for our short-term rentals business. They need to have availability between 11 to 4 on a daily basis. Anyone out there that's looking to make an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month for a part-time income, and we'll get people tagging their friends or even DMing me and saying, hey, that's me, I'm interested. And so this has been great because typically when you talk to your own network, right, you have people that are referring reliable people and you don't have to do as much pre-screening. Hey, if Susie recommends you, then I'm down for it because Susie is one of our best people and I really, want to have you on our team because she speaks so highly about you, right? That's the advantage of going to your own network. And one thing I just want to say about all of this is that when it comes to recruiting people, I've already talked about it a little bit, but I really love the individuals versus the companies. Yes, we do have a couple of our markets that have companies. The struggles that we deal with those companies is typically they send a crew member and we don't have any communication with that member. We don't get to get their checklist that they've gone through. We don't get the pictures of the place. We don't get inventory from them. So we typically have to send someone else out there to double check their work. Whereas with cleaners that are in-house with us, we can bonus them. We can train them the way that we want to train them. We can provide them with some things that are going to help them, like resources that will help them be better accustomed to our way that we do work. And then they can go in and they can do inventory checks. They can check for loose doorknobs and light bulbs that have burnt out. They become a little bit more proactive in the jobs that they're doing because they own that job. They're part of our ecosystem that allows them to be able to grow and to grow their income and get bonus and take on more properties, and for that reason they own it a little bit more. All right, I hope this helped you to find new cleaners, and if it did help you, once again, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time we drop a new video.